Hello everybody, this is Ariane Arsenault from iles-de-la-madeleine. I have made so many bath bomb videos over the past couple months, and something that was highly requested was that I show how I wrap them. I shrink wrap all of my bath bombs because it is very humid here in the Magdalene Islands, and the system that I use is a shrink wrap system by the National Shrinkwrap. It was gifted to me by Art Marco, the owner of the National Shrinkwrap. I already had the 14-inch system, and this one is an upgrade. It's the 18-inch system. First, let's take a look at how I make my labels, how I cut them and prepare them, and then we will come back to the work table. I will show you how to set up the National Shrink Wrap and give you an overview of how to operate it. About my bath bomb labels, what I do is I simply make the design on Photoshop, and then I print it out on a regular white plain sheet of paper with my laser printer. And then on the back, you can see this is glossy. I put a clear label, a full sheet label on the back of my label sheet before cutting them, because the bath bombs contain oil and I don't want it to mess up the paper. Once all of my labels are printed and my clear label sheet is on the back, I just work on my cutting board and I cut my labels. And I made my labels the same width as my Scotch tape because I'm going to later place these on my bath bomb, and I'm gonna stick them using just regular Scotch tape. And now let's head over to the wrapping station. When you receive your National Shrink Wrap, you have to buy some film to go with it. This one is a 60 gauge, and it was recommended to me for the use of wrapping bath bombs. I usually use the 75 gauge for my soaps, but this one we will try for the bath bombs. And then there is a stand with rolling pins that you can set the shrink wrap film on. Then you have the mat. This one is heat resistant, and you have this felt piece that needs to be put underneath. And then the mat goes right on top. I really like that you can roll this up and unroll it back to install it pretty much anywhere in your work area. Then what I do is that I put the stand for the shrink film on the right. And then you have your wand. That is the part that will seal whatever you're wrapping. And this needs to be plugged into the power outlet. And there is an on-off switch. Let me just show you. So here's the on-off switch. So you will need to turn it on and let it heat for a minute or so. And then when it's hot, it's ready to go. When it is on, there's a little red light that shows that it is on. I usually try and shut it off after every use, as I don't want it to heat unnecessarily. So you will need bath bombs, your cut labels, Scotch tape, and your shrink wrap system. Now the shrink film is in 2 layers. One of the layers goes right below this little pin, and then this actually separates the film, so when you roll it out, it doesn't stick together. So you're gonna roll it out on the table, and then you're gonna be all ready to prepare your bath bombs. What I do. All right, let me give you a closer up to how I wrap these bath bombs. So I take a little bit of Scotch tape and I attach it to the end of my label. And then I place it the right side up. I flip it around and I secure it with the tape. So my label is actually all around of the Saturn ring of the bath bomb. So I will wrap all of my bath bombs like this, and I will be right back to show you how to shrink wrap them. The bath bombs are wrapped, the wand is hot. Let's start. First, I'm gonna just seal the end of this shrink wrap because it was the beginning of a roll and it was not sealed at the end. Okay, so now I'm just gonna put the bath bombs into the shrink film, and I don't want to put it too tight because when it's too tight, then when you heat gun this, then it will most likely tear up and open. So I'm simply going to press down and I pull on the other side. So this way I kind of make a sleeve for my bath bombs, and then, oops, I could make many of these and then seal them, but just to show you how it works, just make sure that there's nothing in the way and that you are working on the heat safe surface. You can just press down and pull. And pull. Okay, so basically this is how the bath bombs are going to be wrapped. Now I'm gonna put all of them into the system and show you how it works. Okay, now that all of my bath bombs are into the system, you can actually use the wand to move your products around. So I'm just gonna put it where it's nice and loose, but not too loose, and then press down, and then gently remove a sleeve. And then you push the bath bombs, press down, you can give it a little angle, and then you pull the sleeve out. Move the bath bombs, push down, give a little angle, and pull to the side. Now these are a little bit further out. I'm just gonna move them and then make sure that I'm not too tight. Press down, give it a little angle, and pull. Now I'm gonna roll back in the excess that I don't need. I'm gonna realign my bath bombs on my work table so that I can seal all of them at once. Same thing, make sure you're not too tight, not too loose. Press down, give it an angle, and pull the bath bombs out. Push everything up, press down, give it an angle, and remove the package. And now I'm gonna put these all back in the center of my workstation, and I'm gonna go grab my heat gun and I'm gonna shrink wrap these beauties. This heat gun comes with the National Shrink Wrap system. It's an option, just make sure that you check it in when you place your order. Otherwise, if you already have a heat gun, I think you can order the system without it. Just turn on the heat gun and don't go too close, keep a distance, and watch out not to burn your fingers. There's two speeds. This is the slow speed, so if it's your first time, you may want to try slow, but if it's too long, switch. You can see that as the heat is being applied, The shrink film retracts and shapes to the shape of the bath bomb or whatever product you're shrink wrapping. I'm just gonna go over once and then I'm gonna flip them over and do the same thing on the other side. The label will kind of waffle a little, but I don't really mind that. I just like my bath bomb to be shrink wrapped because it's so humid here that I cannot leave them there. And also it protects them from people with dirty hands from picking them up. And there, now they can be put into a display and are ready to be sold. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm gonna go put these on the shelves and they will be available for my clients to pick them up. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below and give it a thumbs up, and make sure to check out the National Shrinkwrap's website if you're interested in buying this system. Thank you.